What's going on, movie lovers? We have some exciting news about the release of Scream 5 and everything you're going to need to know so you're all caught up when the time comes. But first, make sure you give this video a like because it really helps us out. Now, Scream 5 had been a long-rumored film, but with the passing of legendary director Wes Craven, it appeared as if it was never going to come to fruition. Wes Craven's first ever Scream film hit theaters in 1996, and despite generally low expectations, the film became a huge hit that drew in more than $170 million at the worldwide box office. This then led to the creation of 3 sequels in 1997, 2000, and 2011. 8 years after the 4th film, Spyglass Media Group secured the rights to develop the 5th film, with it being announced in March of this year that Matt Bettinelli-Olpin and Tyler Gillett would be directing the movie. Plus, Kevin Williamson, who actually created and wrote the original film, will also be returning as an executive producer. So at the very least, we can expect that Scream 5 will hold true to the original storyline. Typically, the executive producers are the ones that ruin a potentially good movie because they are too financially invested into the film. However, with the creator of the story itself at the helm, we should take great comfort in knowing that it won't be messed with too much. Many people were concerned about a 5th movie because it would be the first one not to be directed by Craven. Neve Campbell, who plays the character Sidney Prescott, was hesitant at first when asked to make a return for the movie because she knew Wes wouldn't be involved. She told The Hollywood Reporter, "I definitely had a period where I was thinking it would just be too odd to do a movie without Wes, and I wasn't certain that I would want to do that. But I think enough time has passed. I got this really respectful letter from the directors of the new one. They came to me with Scream 5, and these directors are incredibly talented." The new film will also reunite the on-screen love interest between Courtney Cox, who plays Gale Weathers, and David Arquette, who plays Dewey Riley. The new installment to the series will follow a woman returning to her hometown to try to find out who has been committing a series of vicious crimes. The title for the film, however, was just announced when Kevin Williamson tweeted this out. "That's a wrap on Scream, which I'm excited to announce is the official title of the next film. Nearly 25 years ago when I wrote Scream and Wes Craven brought it to life, I could not have imagined the lasting impact that it would have on you, the fans." Adding, "I'm excited for you to return to Woodsboro and get really scared again. I believe Wes would have been so proud of the film that Matt and Tyler are making. I'm thrilled to be reunited with Neve, Courtney, David, and Marley, and to be working alongside a new filmmaking team and incredible cast of newcomers that have come together to continue Wes's legacy with the upcoming relaunch of the franchise that I hold so dear to my heart. See you in theaters January 2022. But before you go on rushing off to see the next Scream movie, you gotta know some important things about the previous films. Sidney, Dewey, and Gale are the only characters that managed to survive these 7 Ghostface killers. In doing so, this made them the only horror franchise to have all of the main characters survive throughout the series. Now, as I just mentioned, there have been a total of 7 characters that seemed normal at first until their evil intentions were revealed. However, just because they were good at hiding their true intentions doesn't mean that they kill the same. Each one has had no problem killing even the most innocent of victims as long as it was proving a point. Additionally, the Scream franchise has one of the highest body counts in horror history, coming in at a total of 41 kills throughout all 4 movies. Another thing to keep in mind before watching the newest Scream film is that this series is entirely based on a true story. When Kevin Williamson first heard about the Gainesville Ripper, he began including some aspects from the real-life killing spree to his screenplay. The case from 1990 involved the murder of 5 college students' mistaken identity and a high-profile investigation. Eventually, a 36-year-old drifter named Danny Rawling confessed to the murders and thus was sentenced to death. However, Kevin even included such small details like the police's original arrest of a young schizophrenic man who was wrongfully accused at first. The great part about the Scream franchise is that you don't need to necessarily be in the know on every single detail of the storyline just to enjoy it. It's a pretty simple concept, 3 main characters and a revolving villain that dons the mask of Ghostface to either seek revenge or cause chaos. If you are a big fan of the series though, I would watch carefully because I have a good feeling that this film will be jam-packed with Easter eggs. With that though, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "Melania Trump is allegedly filing for divorce from Donald Trump, update." G-Dog says, "Melania to her divorce lawyer, stand back and stand by." Oh my god. That's all I have to say to that one. Prep for it says, "As soon as Donnie T had that stormy liaison, you could place bets in Vegas for the day Melania divorced him. No, I do not gamble other than the occasional lottery ticket, but this is easy money." As long as you're old enough to gamble, I guess. Claudia Santana says, "Good for her, honestly." I mean, yeah, good for her. Christine Lee says, "She's been wanting to leave for years." Seems like it. Sally Johnson says she is going to inherit half of his debt too. I don't know if that's how it works. But either way, that has been today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your host, Johnny Rogers, and until next time, stay classy.